Hovering over this abstract geopolitical map table, the scale of international law becomes tangible. Every border and boundary drawn here dictates the lives of billions, negotiated through a massive web of global diplomacy. Look at this wide shot of the United Nations Assembly Hall. It carries the full institutional weight of those diplomatic agreements. Right in Chapter 1, Article 1 of the UN Charter, it states that peoples have the right to self-determination, the authority to govern themselves. But the legal scholar Judge Ivor Jennings pointed out a paralyzing logical gap in that rule. To grant a group the right to self-determination, you first have to figure out who qualifies as the people, and international law offers almost no mechanical way to do that. This diagram illustrates the legal baseline. When lawyers say the people, they mean the public mass of a polity, citizens locked within a single boundary line. But a people is a different collective, a specific ethnic group trapped inside that larger border. Treating the word as a simple plural noun for humans completely misses the stakes. In international law, proving that a specific group officially qualifies as a people dictates who receives independent sovereignty and who gets to draw their own borders on the map. Domestic governments realized long ago that claiming to represent the public provides an absolute constitutional shield. If a state acts on behalf of the citizenry, its actions become nearly impossible to legally question. Look at the letters SPQR carved into the stone. It stands for the Senate and People of Rome. Even after Roman emperors achieved total autocracy and ruled as dictators, they continued to wield their power in the name of the public to legitimize control. We see the exact same mechanic in late modernity. States adopting strict forms of socialism often brand themselves constitutionally as a people's republic to cement their governing identity. This concept also acts as a sword in the courtroom. In several U.S. states like California, Illinois, and New York, criminal prosecutions are brought entirely in the name of the people. We can see a stark contrast here on the Royal Coat of Arms of the United Kingdom. In the UK and its dependencies, criminal trials are prosecuted in the name of the Crown. The political theory behind the U.S. model is a direct swap of sovereigns. The jurisdiction takes the absolute authority once held by monarchs and transfers it to the entire body of citizens. A state claiming to act as the people makes its enforcement of laws and its monopoly on violence legally unassailable. To oppose the state in court is to legally oppose the entire public. States rely heavily on claiming the unified voice of the people to maintain their domestic grip. Because of that, they fiercely resist recognizing any internal subgroups. Look at these representatives seated at a UN panel for indigenous populations. These groups, along with various ethnic minorities, routinely go to international forums to claim legal status as distinct peoples. Merely securing that status does not automatically grant a group an independent country, but it does provide the foundational legal justification required to claim the right to self-determination. This violently fracturing landmass illustrates the exact fear of established governments. Once a subgroup secures the legal right to determine its own future, it opens up a legally valid pathway for secession, threatening to tear away the state's territory. A recognized sovereign state relies entirely on the people to legitimize its monopoly on power, while simultaneously suppressing the recognition of a people to keep its map intact. Whether you are looking at a local courthouse or the United Nations, defining who belongs in this group dictates global geopolitics. Domestic constitutions and judicial systems use the concept to determine exactly who holds absolute authority and who has the legal right to punish citizens. Internationally, as Eugene Delacroix captured in his painting Liberty Leading the People, the concept is used to decide which revolutions hold legal legitimacy and who is permitted to declare independence. When politicians, judges, or revolutionaries invoke this word, they are rarely talking about a biological mass of humans. It is a heavily contested legal mechanism. It functions as an invisible boundary line capable of building empires, enforcing laws, and redrawing the map of the world.